Do. Hey. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope everything's going well. Um, this will be a brief video. Um, if you, first of all, let me say hello. I don't think I said that. Uh, Second of all, if you remember my video about, damn, when did I make that video? Maybe a week ago, something like that, week and a half. I don't know. That video was about family history. Essentially, visited graveyard of some of my ancestors. And I said that I will be making a playlist. I got the idea from a white lady on YouTube who has done a similar thing. So I say, you know what? Why not do it with my family? So this is the second video for that playlist. And actually, I'm at the library right now. I'm about to go. It is getting dark here, so just came up here real fast. I went ahead and printed off some forms, some papers that I got offline. Right now, these I got some death certificates, and you can find some interesting things from a death certificate. So if for all you goofballs out there, let me be very clear, folks. All right, I'm not a sick individual. Okay. The reason why you get, or why I decided to get death certificates is, one is family history. You find out what did such and such person die from. Do certain conditions run through the family? So when I hear, to me, I have a different definition. Those guys in the medical community, when they say when they say family history, usually they refer to people who are living. But to me, family history can be living and deceased. So you find out interesting things when you look at a death certificate in your family. So no, I am not a bad individual or nothing like that, but I have to put that out there for some people, because some people want to assume things and run off with it. So, okay. I wanted to point this out before it gets dark. Like I said, this will be a quick video. Won't be no 40-minute long video or nothing like that. What I'm looking at here, I will turn this around. You can see it a little bit. Right now I'm losing daylight, so I do the best that I can do. I printed off the death certificate for, this would be my great-grandmother. She died, according to this death certificate here, she died in 1935, well before I was born. But I bring this up because if you look at that video, and of course I don't know how to do, I think I know how to do cut and paste just a very little bit. I don't know how to cut and paste from one video and then add that to another video. That'll take time, folks. I'm a working man, work 40 hours a week, could be going up to 60, 65 here pretty soon, so we'll see. But I wanted to show you this because you remember in that video, and if you don't remember, please go back to it. I forgot what I entitled it. Sorry. But if you go back in that video, if you look at a tombstone, it said, if you look at one of the tombstones that I looked at that graveyard, one of them said Annie Mae Young, which really is my great grandmother. So I am a direct descendant of Annie Mae Young for sure. Now what got me was, if you remember on that tombstone, it said Annie Mae Young was born in 1896 and died in 1943, according to that tombstone. But according to this document here, Annie Mae Young died in 1935. Now, that is a big discrepancy, because it got me thinking. I'm like, if you are engraving a headstone or a tombstone, Lord knows. Lord knows you don't want to get that wrong. So, but then too, I was thinking, well, if you're an MD, and I assume MDs are the ones who are real coroners. I don't know. I don't know too much about that field. Being a coroner, so I don't know, but I assume those guys are MDs. But if you're a coroner and when you fill out your paperwork, wouldn't you get your information correct the first time? Because I would assume these are legal documents that can, be referred to later on. And so it got me thinking, I'm like, something's wrong here, because why would you get a tombstone wrong? And why would a death certificate be wrong? So it's like, it's one of those things, something has to give. Either the death certificate is right and the tombstone is wrong, or the tombstone is right and the death certificate is wrong, which leads me to believe that there may have been, way back in the day, 2 Annie Mae Youngs, which like I say, I don't know. I wasn't alive back then. They could have been, I don't know. But I'm willing to bet the death certificate is probably right. Because it does say on here, I'm looking at it, Annie Mae Young, she was single, died at the age of 38. Birthplace, South Carolina. Name of her father was Sammy Young. I do have paperwork to verify that. Sammy Young. Maiden name of her mother was Alice Rice. That she would be the first Alice Rice, or she would be the first Alice Young in my family. So I do have for all you guys who are not a member of my family, who are subscribed to this channel, yes, I do. I currently do have an aunt whose name is Alice Young. She's the second Alice Young of this family. The first Alice Young, her full name was Alice Rice Young, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Okay, so it says on here the informant on this death certificate is Rachel Dillard. You see, this I believe is true. I really do. But for the life of me, I can't understand, why would you get a death certificate wrong? Or why would you get a tombstone wrong? So I don't know, folks. I don't know. It says she, if you're wondering, Annie Mae Young, great-grandmother, she did die from an accidental burning. That was verified by Alice Young of today. So Alice Young, for lack of a better way of saying it, Alice Young the second. I know we don't usually refer to, you don't refer to your elders like that, but for simplicity's sake, just for right now, I'll just say it that way. So I don't know, man. You find some interesting stuff in here. So boy like me has to keep digging. But, this is a months long, a few years long thing with me. Just don't have the time, to be a full-time content creator and, upload things every day. So, one of these days, I get around to it, maybe. Some more death certificates. Believe it or not, I'm gonna get done here. Yeah, I'm about to get. This is almost a 10-minute video. There was a guy, if you remember Annie Mae Young, who unfortunately died young. I assume she was dating. I don't know if they ever got married, but she did have a relationship with a guy named Kofor Lee Dillard. All right. Cofer Lee Dillard, who was that, you might ask? That would be my grandmother's father. All right. So hence, hence the name Dillard. The name Dillard keeps popping up. So, what I have right here is the registration card. This is, I assume this is for the Army. Yeah, something like that. I don't know exactly. I have to look this up in detail, but yeah, there I have the name Cofer Lee Dillard. It does ring a bell. I've had a couple of aunts mention his name over time. From what I could tell, I don't know if he was a good guy or not. I have heard one of my aunts say that he did disown some of his children, who are my aunts. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't live back then. I can't verify that personally, but that's what I did here. So, you find some interesting things on here. Just death certificates. Maybe you can find a birth certificate. Social security information. It's just interesting. So, well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Got to go to work tomorrow. But I thought I'd come up here, just share y'all a little bit of information. What I'm doing, like I say, just printing some stuff. I put this in a book. My mom got a book for me. One day I'll continue to fill out that book and all that stuff. Wonderful stuff. But yeah. Some pretty cool stuff that you find in here. I'll keep digging, keep searching, and catch you on the next one, folks. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Bye-bye.